Please welcome the co-founder of Tether, Reeve Collins. Big round of applause for Reeve. Reeve, newly moving to Dubai, I might add. Energy for Reeve. Good to see you. How are you?
Wonderful.
I'm not going to sit this far away from you. I can't do that. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good. Really happy to be here. It's a wonderful venue, lots of production value, great stage, and the show outside is really impressive.
Is this your first blockchain life?
Yes. Yeah.
It's great. It's really taken off. It's a great show, and it's a great crowd. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
So before we get into the litany of questions, give us a little bit of background about you, because I think people should know your pedigree, so to speak.
Well, you know, it is. I am most known for co-founding, being the CEO of Tether, and creating the stablecoin and launching it. But that is definitely in the past. And since then, I've created many other companies that I'm very excited about. So it was amazing to bring the stablecoin to life. And you have to rewind back to 2013 when nobody had ever heard of Bitcoin or blockchain, and they had no idea the use cases that would be there. You got to think of the internet back in like 93 or 4 when they'd go on the news and people would be like, oh, well, it's like the radio on the computer. But if you do find someone that's not a VC that just wants to be an advisor, make sure they earn their keep, because that's been a racket in this business for a long time. So that's Treasury X. WeFi, a crypto-native neobank. Think about neobanks in the banking system. Again, it's the banks that make all the money, mainly because they oversee a lot of regulation, a lot of infrastructure to provide the services. But what happens when there's that level of cost? You can't provide the services to those who need it most, such as the underbanked and the unbanked. Sure. And so that's what Web3 and these crypto-native banks have the ability to deliver. It's very cost efficient to service someone because all they need is an internet connection. And we can handle the KYC in these developing nations that don't quite have the infrastructure to do it. And that allows these people to participate in the global financial ecosystem. And then the last one is called SuperSol. It's a Solana L2. And when we talk about Solana L2s, everyone's like, well, Solana's entire pitch was we don't need an L2. And it is very scalable, Solana, and it's very cheap. However, it's not always reliable, and it's not actually scalable enough for the use cases in the future. So SuperSol is future-proofing Solana, and it's bringing a lot of new use cases to the table for transactions that would typically be off-chain. So I was sharing with a VC just the other day, a good friend of mine, about this, and he was like, why would you do a Solana L2? And then when I talked to him about it, he's like, oh, actually, this is perfect. He was creating a new secure messaging app. And he's like, we were looking for a blockchain or a solution or a sidechain, like somehow to store all of this data. And we didn't have one. And we looked at Solana, we knew it just wouldn't work. He's like, but this could be a real solution. Because if you could have millions of transactions, instant and free, then a lot of things that used to be stored off-chain could be stored on-chain. So these are just some concepts of how Web3 can deliver value to the users, and touching base on really what it takes to launch a startup in 2024. It's truly just the passion and the belief and the ability to go out and, you know, get kicked in the teeth a few times, but just stand up and make the company happen. So
amazing. Let's give a big round of